Good afternoon and welcome to CTV Sports. I'm Dale Schwetz, and as you can see from our drone footage right there, we are live from the Grand Champions Polo Club. Happy Halloween, everybody. This is going to be an amazing tournament. It's one of the tournaments that many people look forward to, and me personally, the 2025 Pedro Morrison Memorial. And please get on the Facebook. And any kind of fun memories you have of Pedro, please put them out there. I'm going to talk about a lot of them. I had the opportunity for many years to captain the Simpatico polo team, which was Pedro Morrison's setup, and it was just an amazing experience. I enjoyed every minute on and off the field with Mr. Pedro Morrison. I think a lot of his friends and family will tell you the same. It's just, it's interesting that we're having it on Halloween, the beginning of this tournament, because he would love that. He was just an adventurous guy, and we're going to talk a lot about Pedro as the weekend goes on. We got a doubleheader for you today. We're going to start here on our first game on Field 4. As you can see, the beautiful international flags up and down Lake Worth Road. Love to see those flags. That means a lot of people. I actually was talking with some people about where the Grand Champions Polo Club was. And, you can always go to our websites. You'll get your GPS coordinates. But those flags are one of the most interesting conversations. And it's kind of nice to hear that from the locals that live in the area. And it kind of reminds them that the polo is getting ready. As, of course, we have many different seasons here at the Grand Champions Polo Club with our spring and fall. But being the largest club, one of the largest clubs in the polo nation in the world, you need to cover all those different months as we prepare for our winter season. So this is going to be a good one. Let's go. 4 teams here entering the Pedro Morrison. And let's go over real quick this afternoon. You're going to have the Audi against Sebi Line. They'll go on at 4:30, so make sure you join us with Mark Ganzi, Sugar Erskine. Tamacho Pieta is back. Good to hear that. And Ricky, my brother Ricky Rue Bueno, going to be out there. One of our producers, playing very well this season. Sebi Line going to have Lorenzo Ramirez and Leo Mendabam, Grant Ganzi, and Nick Rodan. And what a combination Nick and Grant have been here in the fall season, pulling out a very tight win for the Banyan Cup. If you missed that one, it went to overtime, And what a finish it was. And Grant had to battle up against KK, Chris Campson, from the penalty line for the finish. And not an easy guy to go up against, too, because Chris is very strong from the penalty line. I think they went like four or five in. Actually, they shot at the goal 5 times before Grant finally pulled out the win for Amaro. And if you missed our earlier fall plates, that's where we started everything off. And here we go. Pedro Morrison, 2025. Newport going up against Amaro. And the Newport team right here going to be in the blue and white. And right there's a good picture of the man in the purple helmet. That's Santos Pellini. He's going to play with Gene Goldstein. Gene having a great season as usual. Pulling his team and being very successful. Games have been very close. Juan Bellini will play with his son. And then Alejandro Navija Estrada. And we'll see exactly how they line that up. But I believe Juan's going to probably wear the 4 today. He's right there. Yeah, with our mounted official, Gaston Dorniak. So we'll put Bellini at the number 4. And I'd like to welcome back Alejandro, who had a very strong summer season. AspenValleyPoloClub.com. Amaro Polo. And it's great to see Scott back. He had a really strong game. He scored 4 goals in the finals of the Banyan Cup. And that is just a great way to start your season. Talk a lot about Scott pulling the team. And he plays a lot with Chris Campson. He actually played against KK, so I'm sure he had fun beating him. That was I would have loved to have been at that dinner. That would have been a good one. But he's going to play with Joseph Schwartz, who, of course, had a birthday last week, 21 years old, and one of our polo school, teachers and also polo player. Mother, our field manager, and timekeeper. So big shout out to them. I know she always likes watching Joseph play. Playing with Chris Campson, KK, and Jason Crowder. Jason's going to wear the number 2, though, so we're going to mix it up a little bit. I figured that. He superstitious, believe it or not. He doesn't like to wear the number 3. And according to a lot of the friends of mine, and especially the Double G squad, they say that the number 3 is a power number. And I always pick number 3. So, I don't know how you feel about that. My dad's favorite number was 3, and I believe that too. So teams are getting our final warm-up here. It looks like Gaston has them lined up. Once again, thanks for joining us here for our first game on a Friday. Remember, all we do is ask you to tell a friend about CTV Sports. So many new people coming into the game every day. Congratulations to the La Natividad and La Delfina Polo team. Edging out, winning by a goal, but winning, and that's all that counts in the Tortugas Open. So great job, guys, and maybe looking for the Triple Crown this year. That would be nice. And we all know how good they are and how well they're mounted. So good luck to all the other teams, though, down in Argentina, and especially the Women's Open. Big shout out to the ladies. Hope Ariano down in Argentina representing the United States. She is the highest rated American woman player. Nice to see her down there representing. And just women's polo in general. It's very special for us here at the Grand Champions Polo Club is that we do have, I think, our only women's league in the nation. And great feedback from all the ladies that play in that, from younger ladies, from beginners, to professionals, to a lot of our sponsors, and everything in between. So, us here at CTV Sports, 6 goals to 26 goals. We try to cover everything in between, counting the PTF, the Polo Training Foundation. Get behind it. It's amazing how that has grown. And big shout out to all the people behind that. They know who they are, and what a job they have done. A lot of ladies in there keeping that rolling. All right, here we go. We got them lined up here. You're going to get 6 chuckers on the flat. They'll play 6:30 out here in the fall season. And so quick goals is what you want to do. And we got a lot of new teams here today now. A lot of these players have played together in different clubs and like at the Aspen Valley Polo Club. But actually today, we're seeing a good group. So here we go. Gene Goldstein, first shot on goal is Newport, is going to get the first attack, first shot. And it's going to be fun watching Santos and Gene play in the front. Santos had a very strong season at the Aspen Valley Polo Club and is a very unselfish polo player, so I think they should be very good here. Campson's going to wear the 4, so that's going to change that up a little bit. That'll put the 3 on Joseph, the 2 on Jason, and Scott Sabaro will wear number 1. Here we go. On the move, on the far side, picked up here, it's going to be Chris Campson. KK from center. Looking in this, he's got Scott all by himself here. Scott, nice pickup. Little back shot. Oh, nice little try there. The ball's going to go off the field, but little strong. Oh, I like the approach shot. Always hitting to the far post. I talk a lot about that. Just hit it a little bit too far and had to hit that back shot with English on it. Not an easy shot to make. We've seen a couple of goals. Grant Gansey made one last week. But that ball's going to get taken out on the knock-in. And good job here by Amaro to shut it down and turn it back. And Bellini will line it back up. Juan. Director of the Polo School. We'll talk more about that as the program goes on if you're interested in playing. We always do. Loose ball play. Alejandro. Estrada coming in, played in Aspen all summer, went back to Argentina and to the ranch, get everything organized, and now back here playing with us. Nice to see Alejandro back on the horse. And it'll be Crowder. Jason, nice play here as he gets his ball down inside, but Bellini not giving Scott any room now, and that's what happens when you score a lot of goals. Bellini going to keep an eye on him. Outlet pass, Alejandro looking to change the field here. He's got Juan going forward. Juan looking for some help, and he's going to get it. Nice little play there by Santos. Neutral. Stolen away by Scott. He's going to run the turn here on a little gray pony. Samara, well done. Good ball control. Scott as he carries it over center nicely. Lines the team out. Bellini's going to fall in there, though. And Juan, slow it down here on the gray. Going to get some help from his son, Santos. Scott will have to leave one play here for Bellini, and he gets it done. Oh, a little mishit. And, little sword fight. Santos, and they're going to have to give him a play here. And Alejandro's just going to come in there, sneak in, knowing that he had control, but well done, Bellini. Now the two young bucks go at it. Schwartz and Bellini, but turned around by Crowder. Jason. Taking his time here, no need to rush. 2:53 on the clock. Outlet pass. Both teams still feeling each other out here early. No quick goals. And the last couple games, we saw a lot of quick goals out of the Bolin. And everybody playing good defense here. Crowder, though, that's a pretty ball, but taken off the end line. And Santos is going to save the day. Crowder reaches in there. A lot of action down in the corner. Controlled by Bellini, rotation by Newport. And you might get a courtesy change here. Yeah, so you will. So we'll get a courtesy change. This will be a perfect time to let everybody know. They'll do that courtesy change if needed in the fall season. The players will let the umpires know. And also based on the chucker. You notice there were no fouls there. They ran for a good 3 minutes. We break that down to all the horse racing in the world. You know, all the horse racing is less than 2.5 minutes. Secretariat breaking all those records back in the 70s. And so they'll keep that around. Gaston Dornac right there in the blue and white jerseys, top umpire. And he'll umpire by himself. And then he has us here. And when I say us, I mean us, because you is half of us. And I have all you watching. So you guys can be critics too. And don't get me wrong, we get a lot of feedback on our technology. But bringing replay back in the game, if they do need our help. They'll call that into the studios, and I have two actually professional players, coaches from the polo school, and that actually work as producers here in the CTV Sports Studios, and we'll all look at it. And you have three different people look at it. If two of us agree one way, then we'll go that way. And if not, then we'll disagree and we'll send it back. So haven't needed much. A lot of clean play here in the fall season. I want to give that up to the players. Controlled and going to be Campson now after the Kersey change. Loose ball play is going to find Crowder on the give and go. Jason not messing around here, but he's going to bounce it off the pony. And Joseph's going to have to regroup. Bellini. Great job. Juan, ever since that first run from Scott, Juan has been stellar at the defensive position. Scott got away one time, and after that, Bellini's just tightened everything up, and he's going to get Gene going forward here. Nice bump. Great ride off there by Crowder. Loose ball play stolen by Campson. Gene is going to get a piece of it. Good read here by KK. Little give and go. Well done by Campson and Crowder. Good teamwork. Working well together here as KK works it across the center. Chris, out of the air, no problem. Chris, good ball control. Composure by Estrada. Missed by Campson. And here comes Newport. Estrada controlling well and using Gene here in our final 30 seconds of the first chucker. Good read by Bellini. Everybody reaching back. Nobody getting control to South Estrada. We're going to get a shot on goal here before the end of the chucker. And, yeah, I think he's going to get that one. Yes, sir. And Alejandro will get the first goal, break the ice for Newport with time expiring in the first chucker. So that'll give Newport a 1-goal lead, and that'll give them a lot of energy. Good teamwork here by both teams. It's going to be a good one. Take a little break. We'll get everybody on some fresh ponies and get ready for the second chucker. Stay with us here. This is the 2025 Pedro Morrison Memorial. Welcome back, everybody. I'm Dale Schwetz, 2025 Pedro Morrison Memorial. Pedro, I played a lot of 12 and 16 goal polo with Pedro. Pedro also played in the high goal in the 20s. We played some polo there, but 16 goal was one of his favorite leagues. I remember Melissa Gandy saying that she always remembered his laugh and his ability. He always liked to smoke Cuban cigars. He loved Cuban cigars. And she talked about his laugh just being one of those ones that just, you never forget. And Pedro himself, and I think a lot of his friends will tell you this. I know Arvo he'll probably be out at our finals on Sunday. He usually comes out looking a little snazzy for Halloween there, Arvo, by the way. Saw him on Instagram. But Pedro he would just love this. And he loved Halloween also. He loved the party. He was a fun guy, big energy, and a big shout out to his family. Because they are such a big part of everything we do also here at Grand Champions Polo Club. So here we go, Newport and Amaro. Amaro in the gray and white. There's Scott on the move. And I think he's going to get one here. Yes, sir. And that's what Scott Sparrow does. Gets out in front. He got Bellini. Thought he had Bellini had him in check, Juan Bellini, but Scott's going to sneak away from him here. Bellini looks over his shoulder there. You can see him, number 4. Nothing he could do but just stay in the rumble seat and hope for a miss. And this is where Scott is at his finest, as I told you, in the finals last week, picking up 4 goals. So if you just joined us, welcome. This is we're at the Grand Champions Polo Club, field number 4. Newport's in the blue jerseys with Gene Goldstein, Santos Pellini, Alejandro Estrada, and Juan Bellini. 1 goal for Alejandro in the first chucker. That was the only goal scored. In the, I guess you'd call it white and gray. I kind of like these jerseys with the two-tone colors. We have Scott Sabaro playing the 1, Jason Crowder playing the 2, Joseph Schwartz playing the 3, and then Chris Campson playing the 4. And that beautiful blonde lady that you saw standing up was Leah. That was Jason's girlfriend. Between chuckers there. You will see the cameras roaming between chuckers. It's kind of fun. Sometimes you'll see them. Some pictures from the end zone. You'll see some of the fans on the sideline. So like we always like to give shout-outs to everybody that gets picked up there. They don't know what's happening, so they'll watch the tape later. Here we go. Back and forth. And this is the way it's been. Bellini won that ball. Nice try, but off to the right side. And is it going to stay on the field? No, just over the end line. So we'll line up for a knock-in. And it'll be Chris Campson. KK. Got players going all over the place, looking for Joseph Schwartz here, but it looks like he's going to find Jason Crowder on the move. This team is built to run and gun. Turned around nicely. Back shot there by Santos. Stolen away by Crowder. Bellini's going to get in there. They come together. Campson. Shot on goal. And Santos, I believe, saved that one. But we could have a safety. Now, let's make sure, though. They might go into a jersey change here. We'll see what happens. I'm not sure if he got a piece of that or not. We'll see what they work out. And with 3:12 on the clock. But I think Santos made a game-saving goal save there. Not an easy play in polo. I mean, remember, 24 feet, 8 yards from post to post. So you can see Juan standing there in the middle. You know how long a horse is. Well, you can see that it takes at least 2 horses together to actually cover the whole entry of the goal. So it's not an easy place to. No, it looks like he did just go wide. So well done, Santos, covering the goal nicely. No safety on the play. There, of course, that would have been if Santos hit the ball out. He did not, as long as it didn't go off his mallet. And so here we go. I think a few players took the courtesy change there. 3:00 too, with 3 left here. And this is what you want. Gene Goldstein going forward. This bald-faced bay pony can fly. He hits him underneath, and Campson goes for the millionaire shot between the legs. Everybody overrides Crowder, and this has worked very, very well. Jason and Campson, Chris, are doing a good job on the give and goes. They are turning and burning quickly, and Scott trying to get out in front here, but a good read by Bellini. Juan puts him on the hip, goes to the near side, the left side. Now a sword fight. And Juan gets in there, and that's where Alejandro's so keen. very keen right there as he watches his players work hard. The two Bellinis, my favorite summer drink, my fall drink too, Bellini. Santos and his dad, they play well together. Backed up clean, nice little back shot here by Joseph. See the angle working well there for Campson. And Chris not wasting any time, but Scott was actually running to the left. So misread there for the Amaro team. And Alejandro's going to eat that one up. Backed up clean, comes off the field, neutral. Now Campson using the angles, got Joseph. Schwartz, he'll override there. The ball pops over his mallet. And Alejandro from about 80, and this ball has got eyes right to Gene. And, nice try, but the approach shot off to the right side there. It'd be our left side looking at it from the camera on his right and trying to save it. Not an easy attempt. And that ball roll out for a knock-in. It'll be KK. Chris Campson, always waiting for the umpire to say play for any of our new viewers out there. That's why they delay there. They delay to make sure all players are 30 yards from the ball for safety reasons, of course, and to make sure everyone is aware that the ball is being knocked in. When it moves 80 to 120 miles an hour, you don't want to get hit in the head with a polo ball because you're not ready for the ball coming at you. Most players are very, very open-minded about that. On the move right here, they're going to get Gene back in the play, but off to the side, but that's okay. Anytime you can keep Goldstein pulling the team, and as the clock ticks down here, they're going to get another. Here it comes on the knock-in. Campson. Nice drive right here. As you can see right there, 21 seconds. They got time. Let's see if they can get a positive possession here. Looking for Scott Sabaro. Picked up nicely by Santos. Shot on goal, and I think that ball's going to roll off the field. So when we return for our third chucker play, 1-1, we got a battle going on. Pedro would like that. We will start with a knock-in for Newport. They'll control the pace. And there's a good shot of Leah again. We'll watch everybody get on top of some good horses right here. You'll see a few players that go from horse to horse. Some get off. And check out all of our grooms. You got to have a good team. Take care of those horses because if you don't win off the polo field, you won't win on. Stay with us. We'll be back for our third chucker play. Welcome back, everybody. Happy Halloween from CTV Sports. I hope you have a wonderful Halloween. I love Halloween. My wife loves Halloween, Stephanie. And believe it, I woke up to all kinds of different Halloween stuff going on this morning. So I had breakfast in my pirate outfit. It made me feel real good, actually. I actually enjoyed that. But have a good time. Pedro Morrison 2025. His memorial, and one of my favorite, and I talk a lot about Pedro. Pedro loved the hear no evil, see no evil, speak no evil. The whole idea of hear no evil, see no evil, speak no evil. Now, a lot of times you see it with the monkeys, but these days you'll see it with Buddhas, you'll see it with all kinds of different animals. But he loved that philosophy. he enjoyed the monkeys. He had them all over his house, from life-size ones to miniature. Probably the most intense that I've ever noticed of someone that actually kind of lived and just, just had that about him. Loved him. Great having a memorial, great talking about him. Brings a tear to my eye, and it also brings a lot of joy and laughter too. It's that kind of guy. He touches everybody's heart. Here we go. It's a big one to win. So 4 teams coming. Newport and Amaro at the moment battling it out here. Only 1 goal scored by each team. That means the defense is working. Well done, guys. I will say that Newport probably had more shots on goal. Amaro has done a better job with their attempts, but are not getting, and we're going to get a buried ball here. Buried ball in the game of polo. You can see right there, that's why they're not beating the field up. They're trying to get that ball out, and the reason why is you don't want a horse to step on that ball. So no matter what, even if the umpire needs to get off of his dismount, off his horse, he will, and pull that ball out of the hole. They're not just going to hit it down in there. That would not be safe for the 4-legged athlete. Safety is always first. Here we go, breakaway. First one of the first breakaway of the bowling that we've seen in Santos. Well done. Come on, Santos. Well done, Bellini. Good job. Nice run there. This is a firecracker of a mare, this gray mare that Santos rides. He played her, I gotta get the name on her. She plays Centric the breed number. She plays in Aspen, and she is super fast and very, very handy. He gets a lot done on this horse on the defensive side. I got to interview Santos about her. I actually rode her a few times myself in the polo school. And wow, a lot of fun. Look at this. You can do it, so can I. Come on, Joseph. Gets out of the bowling quickly. Crowder, what a shot by Jason. Can they get the finish? And I believe they're going to get one. So well done. That's the way you answer the call. Here we go. We were in a defensive battle. This is just a brilliant shot by Crowder. I mean, feed it up to Joseph on a platter. I mean, wow. We love that. I would love that. Perfect play by Crowder, and on the near side, not an easy pass, and good focus there by Joseph to get the finish. And look at this. We're tied up again, the equalizer. The Bolins are getting a little loose by each team. This one's going to be won by Alejandro now. Loose ball play down the center. Ooh, it bounced off the back of a pony. Here's, watch Santos. She's going to get a lot done on this mare. She's so handy. Watch, she's going to keep the ball to himself. Good ball control, number 2. And just running away from everybody. Look at him, still out in front on her. Good ball. Taking the long way home, Santos, as he goes off around the field. Finally, they converge on him. Campson goes in to help Joseph out. That means there's got to be somebody free. And there he is, Newport. Out of the air, but too high. Pump fake by Crowder. Give and go. Backed up cleanly by Bellini. Santos stolen away. Joseph getting a lot done on the bay pony. Well done by Juan on the hook. Scott will override. They leave for Campson. KK can't handle it. Back shot by Gene. Well done, Goldstein. That is a perfect pass. And I told you, watch out when Santos gets on the gray. On the breakaway here. Bellini coming in from left to right. Should be an easy goal here if he can get it down the side. There you go, Santos. Oh, no. Me gosh, me golly. Our mate, he doesn't like that. Oh, bad luck for Santos. Just bad luck. Nice run. Went to drag it in and kind of, just went to drag it as he was running by it. I mean, and it bounced off the pony and out of bounds. So the Amaro team's going to dodge a bullet here. Well done by Goldstein, though, on the give and go on the back shot. Gene wearing the number 1, and a good heads-up play there to move that ball School of Memo Gracita, Carlos Gracita, moved the ball. Ball goes faster than the horses. That's just the bottom line. And so opportunity, but it's bad luck. Santos will make that up. And remember, join us this afternoon, Audi, going up against the 79 team, who's been the Mental Bombs. Leo's going to play here. Sebastian's been playing too. He's been having a very successful fall season. It's been fun watching Sebastian. But Leo playing well. Lorenzo Ramirez, son of Lisa, our barn manager, and Santanita Polo Farm, Grand Champion Polo Club, Aspen Valley Polo Club. And then, of course, Double G and NR, whenever they get together. You got to watch out, Grant Gansey and Nick Roldan. But, hey, what can you say? The Cobra teaming up with the Sugar Man, Sugar Erskine, and then Tamacho. And then you always got to watch out for Enrique Bueno, because you never know. And Enrique doing a great job. Enrique playing all summer long, and also at the Aspen Valley Polo Club, and has become one of our instructors. He helps out at the polo school also. I think that's one of the differences in our polo school. You will get a number of different teachers. Juan does do a lot of the lessons, and a lot of the people, will want to, but they can switch around. But we have the ability to mix it up with all kinds of different instructors, and sometimes we have a group lessons where we might need that. And remember that also runs into Polo on Demand, where the horses are available to play. Here we go. Everyone back after the courtesy change. Just under 2 minutes and 2.5 in the chucker. 2:20, 2:15. Here we go. In the corner, backed off. Mallets in the air. Campson looking for the foul. And I think he's going to get it unless that ball went out of bounds. And I think it did. Yeah. So with that ball out of bounds, they're going to go ahead for the change of possession. And Alejandro is going to go there and just bring it in there. He said, I have control over it. Don't worry about it there. And he'll set it up, and here we go. 2-2 still. I'm kind of playing with my braids here. Both these teams are high-scoring type teams, but like I said, defense wins championships, so they're just going at it, keeping each team away from that goal. On the move, turn around here by Joseph, and it will be Alejandro. Estrada, nice try. Picked up again by Campson, KK. Looking, every time you look up, there's never been a player by himself. We've seen Scott Sabaro and we've seen Gene Goldstein have a few breakaways. Besides the breakaway that Santos had, both teams are just fixed on their man, and that's a good way to play. It's like a ballet. It's sometimes, you're just seeing a blue jersey and a white jersey, gray jersey run around together. And they're switching around. Each team are playing a good 4-player rotation, just back and forth. Backed up cleanly. Ticking down here. Less than 30 seconds left here in the first half. Will we get a score to end it? Santos Bellini on fresh legs. He got off the gray on the base shot. Oh, Santos out of the air. And I'm not sure if that went through or not. We'll take a look at that one because Santos shot that ball. I'm not sure if it went off of Campson's horse. And I guess not. No, wow. So there you go. 2-2 after 3 chukkers. And this is going to be a nail biter all the way down to the end. Once again, Pedro would love this. Pedro Morrison Memorial 2025. We'll take a little break, and we'll be back for our second half. Stay with us here on CTV Sports. right, welcome back, everybody. It's our second half. I'm Dale Schwetz, CTV Sports, live Grand Champions Polo Club. And let me tell you something. We are having fantastic weather down in southern Florida. Wherever you may be, I hope you are having nice weather and having a great time for Halloween. We have the 2025 Pedro Morrison Memorial going on. We'll play today and Sunday. We have a doubleheader. Remember, 4:30 this afternoon, we'll have our second game. But right now, we have Newport and Amaro. Newport in the blue jerseys with Gene Goldstein, Santos Bellini, Alejandro Nuviza Estrada, and Juan Bellini. One goal. Well, I'll do the breakdown for you in a minute. Amaro Polo was Scott Sabaro playing the 1. Jason Crowder wearing the 2. Joseph Schwartz wearing the 3. And Chris Campson wearing the 4 as Joseph goes for a shot there. It looks like it's going to go just wide. Breakdown for the first half. A defensive battle, 100%. That's just the way you can say it. You could call it Cirque du Soleil. Very well done by both teams. Very clean defense. No penalty shots. I don't believe there was any penalties. There weren't any 2, 3s, or 4s. There was one change of possession and then a few knock-ins here and there. But one goal scored by Alejandro for Newport in the first chucker. It's going to be Santos right now. And then it was unanswered, so 1-0. Second chucker came in. One goal scored by Scott Sabaro. Unanswered, so 1-1. Third chucker came around, Santos Bellini and Joseph Schwartz for the opposing team, right after each other, 1-1. And that made it 2-2. Now, on the breakaway here, and what a approach shot by Gene Goldstein. And then, yeah, man, que golazo, Gino. That is a fantastic goal right there on the near side. First of all, the approach shot, love it. Always to the far post. Always give yourself room. Don't necessarily go for the goal, but actually put it in the center of the field. Then you decide whether you go for the cut shot or the near side. And he decides to finish on the near side. Wow, what a goal. Goldstein, first of the day. He's going to make it 3-2. And it'll be Estrada. Alejandro. Very easy to recognize Alejandro in the maroon helmet. Works it to the outside, looking for Santos in the purple helmet. And you got Joseph there in the red helmet. Turned around by Campson. KK, number 4, in the dark helmet. Picked up by Jason. And he usually changes helmets around now, but it looks like he kept that helmet on. We'll see. He might change after this. Back shot coming. Good ball control by both teams. I love the passing. Each team using the back shot and angle very well. The one-touch polo also. Loose ball play, Santos. Good pick up here by Bellini. Uh-oh. Everybody overrides. KK not wasting any time. Jason can't handle that little melee play. And Alejandro in the middle. And now we will get a penalty. So our first penalty of the day there is Estrada on the turn and control play. And let's see what happens here. He turned it back to the left. And then right there, he gets blocked. And that will be the foul right there. So they'll move that into the center. Let's see, they're going to use the courtesy change. So we'll see if they decide to go with the full courtesy change. Or if they go with the block, they might have just stopped it right there on the control play. As again, when you have chuckers that are full speed, and as you can see, the timing here is perfect. You have horses running 3:25, 3:15. Back in the day, we used to play 5 minutes full speed. Sometimes 6 if you needed it. But definitely the ability to make the change. Now remember, you are allowed to change your mount at any time in polo. So if you are new to the game, like in NASCAR, you can go get tires and gas on your own time. You can't say. Now, that's the greatest thing about the courtesy change. It's giving players that maybe aren't as fast at changing their horse, which gives them a disadvantage. And then, of course, safety of that four-legged athlete. And I know that for a fact, talking with our in-house veterinarian, Darren Tamplin, that the amount of injuries that have gone down over the last 5 years because of that one procedure. And that's a win-win-win. We did have a blocking penalty before the Kersey change there. You notice that shot was taken from center on a penalty 5B for Newport. Estrada hit it deep. Ball goes wide, and Campson will take over for Amaro. KK. Gene doing a good job making him release the ball. And that's all Gene wants to do here is release the ball. Scott tries to pick it up. He'll override Alejandro. Estrada. Alejandro. Turn. Control. And it'll be picked up by Jason Crowder. Moving this ball, and they got Samaro out in front. Scott, that's the approach shot you're looking for. Come on, Scott, on the finish, and watch out. Don't let him run. Equalizer. And this is the way it's been, back and forth. Each team, one team gets up, the other team, you haven't had the team have the ability to take a 2 or 3 goal lead yet. And well done, Scott. I mean, all the approach shots that Scott puts in there, he puts them right down in a really nice place to get an easy finish. And I think that's probably the one major idea and possession. Look at this. He's going to get out in front again, Scott, with control. Whoa, leaning way out of the saddle there. J.O. Joseph jumping in the rumble seat. Joseph, neck shot. And Santos pushes him wide. And we'll go to a knock-in. So bad luck right there for the Amaro team as they had the 2-on-1. Good hustle there by Bellini to run that one down. It's going to be Juan now, take over. Rotation now, they put Goldstein in the middle of the field. That's a little different. And Crowder will go to the turn. Gets help from Joseph. Both teams doing a good job. There's a leapfrog. Set back now. Looking for Campson. KK's got 2 guys downfield. Did Scott get a leg on Bellini? And, did it make it? And now, I'm not sure if that ball made it all the way or not, but Joseph could have finished it. And he left it there. So I think I'm going to give it to Campson anyways. Because I think KK made it all the way. You see this ball goes across the line here. Right. Is it on the line right there? It looked like to me like it was on the line. Maybe he called Joseph off, but whatever. I'm going to give it to Campson. And I think it was I want to bring this up before we go to break here. I think it was a great play by Scott not to make a play on it because that ball looked like it was going to carry in. And one thing I can tell a young player or anybody if I'm coaching them, if you have a ball that's going through the goal, don't touch it. Let it carry by itself as long as the defender cannot save it. Reason why is you might mishit it. It might hit your cane and bounce to the left. There's a number of things that can happen, and believe it or not, it's all from experience. So well done there. They're going to take the lead right at the end of the chukker. Get ready for our 5th. We'll be right back. Okay, here we go. Fit Chucker. Good finish there. Scott picking up one in the fourth. Campson picking up his first goal. But this is still anybody's game. I mean, what a tight match. Pedro would be laughing right now. He'd be saying, I know what he'd be saying if I was playing with him. Give me the ball. Pedro played the number one position. He loved to pull the team. Mounted very, very well. Owned the Simpetico farm, which was right down off of South Shore Boulevard, after Lake Worth Road, about two farms down. Beautiful piece of property. And Outback actually was there for many years. It was a big, huge place. He had some jumpers. He had some 100 jumpers in there also. I think he had about 3 or 4 barns and 2 polo fields. It was a very nice piece of property. And it was good. We used to have a lot of practice, a lot of fun playing there. Here we go. It's going to be Big Chucker. Especially with a game this close, you want to try to come out at least on top. Bellini from about 80. Juan laying it right down in there for Alejandro. Good D by Amaro. Turned out by Crowder. Wow. Bad luck again for Newport. Good teamwork by Amaro. Everybody picking up a man. Campson. Got to go near side. Stay clean there. Good play. Great non-call. Everybody overrides. Alejandro leans back. Crowder on the rotation. That's worked very well today with Campson and Crowder. Joseph on the power polo play. Scott's going to push. Bellini. Santos on the tail shot. Nobody home. Turn around by KK. Picked up cleanly, and KK coming out of the turn quicker than he went into it. Campson. And Campson getting a shot on goal there, but just off to the right. So they'll line it up for the knock-in. It's going to be Bellini. I like the turn and burn by Campson, and big chestnut mare looks like he's on with the bald face here. And here we go. Santos again out in front. And on this is a different gray, I believe, here. And this one can fly also. Santos, Bellini. And I think he's going to drain this one. Yes, he is. Well done, Santos. But let's give it up to the horsepower here. Again, Santorita breeding operation. Look at this pony. This is when you got one of I always look at, oh, wow. Great footage there. Well done, guys. That was perfect. When you got a good horse underneath you, any player in the world will tell you that your helmet size goes up about 2 sizes, okay? And that's for sure. And what I like about this gray one here, and a couple of the sides of the place, I like the horse a little bit more into the bridle. Horse that maybe wants to run a little more, kind of goes to different plays. You kind of put them in a different spot. Not one you got to push to plays. And there's all kinds of different horses out there. People like different horses. It's like the people like wearing different kinds of shoes or pants or whatever. It ain't no different. Driving different cars. It's it's one of those things. And this horse right here, and I think he's going to change off. And that might have been the same mare anyways, because he looked at it, because I know he's been switching them up. Remember, when they do the courtesy change, a lot of these players are going to see the horses that they play early will come back. They'll play them later. And that happens in most polo anyways. You'll see horses play early, and then they'll play them a couple minutes, 2 or 3 minutes, maybe 4, then they'll let them rest, and they'll bring them back. Maybe sometimes they even bring them back 3 times. And there's some horses that play 5 or 6 times, and they only play a minute or 2. There's all kinds of strategies when it comes to lining your horses up. There's no rule on the amount of horses you can bring, and there's no rule on the amount of times that you can play a horse. The rule, basically, and procedure on horses is that you cannot play them if they're tired. So, you know how to manage your horses. which is a very big part of being a polo player. You can get a lot done on horses. Here we go. Yep, this is done. Now he's back on the other gray. See, he's got two of them. And I'll tell you what, they both are amazing. Watch them. Around the corner, Santos. Bellini. Oh, yeah, going to the Spurs. Don't really need to. He had like 3 lengths on everybody. They leaves that ball behind. Bad luck. Turn around here. And, oh, well done, Alejandro. But it's going to be picked up here and taken forward by Scott. He's going to find Jason. Crowder, bad luck. Scott overrides. KK slams it down. Got to deal with the Bellini show. Campson working hard. Look at this melee down in front of the East goal, and Crowder's going to finally get one. Round and round they go, and they were just bumping and grinding, and everybody looking for position. And then finally, Jason picks up a loose ball play and gets the finish. It's going to be Crowder's first goal of the day. Everybody on the Amaro team scoring goals, and just Juan Bellini for the Newport team, but that makes sense. He plays the number 4 position, and he does facilitate the ball very nicely. Moved around, controlled by Alejandro. Goes to the control play. Santos wanting to get loose here. On the turns, Scott. Good read by, taken out of the air. And I think that might have hit somebody. I think it hit Joseph. Yeah. And crying, and KK goes and punches him in the arm. Says, "Come on, my man." Now listen, I've been hit by the ball before, and it looked like a pretty clean back shot there by Santos Bellini. So we'll make sure Joseph's okay here. He looked like he was all right, but it must have hit him somewhere. Looked like he was checking his mouth. Now it will be a possession for Newport, based on the injury timeout. They had possession. So here we go. 1 goal down. Nail biter, I told you. Bellini, Juan, whose number is on the website, everybody, if you are looking for polo lessons, or you want to talk about polo on demand, playing in leagues with horses and pros. You can get Juan's number on any of the websites, gccpolo.com, AspenValleyPoloClub.com. Loose ball play down the center. Taken out by Campson. Crowder's going to move it along. Right back to KK. Campson. KK off his cane. He'll regroup. Off the pony. He'll regroup. Now it goes for the deep neck shot. If I think Campson was getting... still in play? No, just going to roll this out. Campson actually was in a good spot there to put that ball away. Good job recovering after a few miss hits. And I believe that ball's going to roll out of bounds there. And that's going to go ahead and take it down. So here we go. We are going to start the 6th and final chukker, where we were in the end of the 4th. Newport will have control and down by a goal, so we will see if they can come back and work the magic. You don't want to miss the 6th and final chukker. Happy Halloween 2025 Pedro Morrison Memorial. All right, everybody, here we go. 6th and final chucker. 1-0 after the first. Newport. 1-1 after the second. Tied at halftime. 2-2. Amaro takes the lead in the fourth, making it 4-3. Goes even in the fifth. Stays up 5-4. And here we go with possession in hand for Newport. Juan Bellini. And, this is going to be a flip a coin here. You got me. Very, very, very evenly based teams. Remember playing medium and high goal polo here during our fall season. And so always keep an eye out for that. And, of course, we have a number of different memorials. And thanks for joining us. Here we go. Let's finish strong, both teams. Remember, we will have our game at 4:30 this morning in the afternoon. Audi against Sebi Lions. So make sure you join us for the doubleheader. And good luck to both teams. Crowder. Jason. Wow. Hit that ball from center as 150 to the goal. 145 as Santos takes control. Has support from Alejandro. And Estrada. You see Alejandro go forward a little bit more when he gets going here like this. You might see that here in the 6th. Now, I just got in town, so using the team as best as possible. But on his 7-goal rating, I just like to see that go forward. I know him and Campson, both the highest rated player on their team. They've been using their teams very well, their teammates. But sometimes when you're the man, you just have to get in control there, and you're going to get a right-of-way violation there. And this is going to be one easily the spot. Keep an eye on that ball gets backed, and Bellini turns up on it very quickly, going away from his goal. Scott, number 1, Morrow comes around in front to make that play. So gets caught on the right-of-way violation. Remember, player following the ball has a right-of-way over a player. Unless you are on the side of the ball that is legal, you cannot come around. And that ball's going to get dropped at about the 70-yard line, it looks like to me. So between 70 and 80 yards here are Estrada in range, penalty 5A. Worm burner. Daisy cutter. Campson says thank you. And he'll turn this one around for Amaro. He's got to go near side there. Oh, no. That was interesting. Now, can he keep it out in front of Estrada? Oh, bad luck. Alejandro. He'll slow it down here. And that looked like you need a whistle here. They're going to center with this. As Schwartz is going to come around in front. And remember that ball being controlled by Estrada. So Joseph's going to get caught on the right-of-way. Actually, reaching call. Remember, you are allowed to reach in the game pole. You cannot reach across in front of another horse, underneath between the legs, behind the horse. Must be on the same side of the player playing the ball on the reach. And you know what? If Joseph, I'm going to go for that play because it almost looked like he might have gotten in there in time, and it's not going to hurt you that bad. Line your team up from center and try to win this one. Here comes Bellini, the 5B. And Crowder tries to hit that one to Okeechobee, and Santos, and well done. As KK comes in and takes Goldstein out. And well done, Crowder. And we're going to get Scott going forward. Juan Bellini working hard. And he's going to find Estrada. Final minute here for that curfew change. So if they could get a tie, that would be put them in a good spot. And, of course, The Sparrow team would love to get up again. And here comes Estrada now, working it in between two players. Got Alejandro by himself. Gets a little help from the pony. Oh, yeah, that's going to work. And well done. It does happen sometimes, but Alejandro Estrada's pony's going to kick that ball forward. Watch this play. Right here, the horse kicks it forward. And that gives him time to get out. Oh, you got to love the horses. And Alejandro, I think, he's laughing out there about that. He knew he got a little help from him. Actually, his horse's back leg kicking it forward. Beautiful little black mare here. Another Santanita breeding operation. A lot of breeding operations in the world. There's been a lot of them playing down in the Argentine Open at the moment. And so you see different horses there. And here you got different plays, some breeding operations, mostly Santanita breeding operation. A lot of also some players playing some of their own horses, mixing it up. But there you go, 5-5, and I told you it was going to be a nail biter. 3. We'll get a check on complete time here. A nice little crowd out there, field 4, keeping an eye on them. And here we go. And come back to the center on the bowl-in. Turn around here and controlled nicely by Bellini. Early, going to find Estrada, who's got the hot stick at the moment. Oh, look at this. Alejandro going through the whole group. And a whistle on the play. So remember I was saying that earlier, that you might see that happen with a few of these players, especially these top players, when they get going. Sometimes they just got to go like Michael Jordan and say, look, I'm going to take it. Let's see what happens here. Estrada, right there. He's going to get bumped. And the angle didn't look good there. The horse's head coming across in front of him. Maybe we can see that again. To me, it looked to me like he definitely hit the horse on. Should have an open goal penalty 2 here, I would think. See, keep an eye on right here. Watch Joseph on the left's going to come here, and right there. See how he runs the horse's head into Estrada. Great call by our mounted official. And Joseph trying to go for a clean bump. It's just part of the game. It does happen. But Alejandro's going to get the open goal penalty 2. Good ball placement. Good call by the mounted official. Well done, guys, on the replay there. You can see how you are allowed to use your horse, of course, to make a ride-up, but you cannot run your horse's head into another player. Horse's head hits horse's head. That's different. Player's head hits a player's head. That's different. That's coming kind of even Steven type stuff. But when it goes the opposite way, then you have a penalty. Good call there by the mounted official on the uneven ride off. And I'm going to give them their lead back. They had it earlier. They had the lead in the – no, they haven't had a lead. They had a lead in the first chucker when it was 1-0. Back and forward, picked up here by Joseph. Well done, Schwartz. Backed up cleanly by Bellini. This is when it's going to get going here with about 2 minutes left. Hold on tight, everybody, because Juan Bellini now coming from the number 4 position and mounted up here. This pony can fly. Crowder's going to fall into the rumble seat. Juan Bellini opening it up. He might put one in on the running gun. Are you calling it coast to coast like butter on toast? Oh, yeah. Juan Bellini. And I think he's giving us a wave like, yeah, because watch this finish here. Juan, well done, Juan Bellini. Never count the old dog out. Well done, Juan. And, I'm going to give it up to the horsepower again. You know what? Juan looked like he was very comfortable there. That was actually a Bellini play. His son hit him that ball. And Juan just took off. But look at this. Chris Campson said, let's go. KK. Well done, KK. There you go, Chris. Keep it going here. Wow, this is going to be a fantastic finish. That's going to put them within one goal, making it 7-6. They are going to get another bowl in, and they are going to play this bowl in out. You got to get back quickly here. They're going to have a good 30 seconds, so no problem on the timing, but you need to win the possession. They'll stop it there if they have to. They don't have to. 25. KK. Crowder. Give and go. Joseph. Back to Joseph. Santos. Clean play. Scott Sabaro for the tie, and I think he's going to get it. Scott Sabaro's going to get the tie here, and for sure is going to work on a buzzer beater. But let's just make sure this. Well done, and what can you say? Pedro Morrison Memorial. Watch this. Open back shot. Sabaro on the one-timer. That is not an easy goal or shot. And there we go. So, they are probably going to go to OT here. We will see what they decide to do. Man, unreal. What, you're never out. And that is a perfect example of understanding you're never out of a game. 45 seconds on the clock when Campson scores the goal. Oh, look at all the sevens up there. They're going to go right to an overtime chucker. And look at this. Estrada's going to get out of the bowling by himself. Alejandro on the near side. Can he get the finish? It comes off a player. Turned out quickly by Campson. Oh, man. It looked like it was going to get finished there. Estrada's going to get another opportunity. Great pace here at the end of this first game of the Pedro Morrison Memorial. Now working the magic. Estrada. Well done, Alejandro. Goes to the near side, and he can't make that play, I don't think. And Gene is going to get the finish, or Santos is going to finally get the finish. Something going on down there, but a lot of action down in front. What a game. 2025 Pedro Morrison Memorial. Pedro is laughing right now up there. I know that. He loves this. This is the type of polo you want to see. Let's see what happens here at the end. I want to see this because it looked like maybe Joseph fouled. Right here, can Joseph? No, it bounces off the pony. That's clean. And, well, it's all clean. I mean, I guess, the other one was pretty close, but maybe did they call the penalty down there? They might have called the two down there. Okay, perfect. So, wow, what a game, everybody. Santos is going to get the final goal. Congratulations, Tato. 3 goals on the day, high score for the day, but back and forth. I mean, we got to give it up. Amaro, Scott Sabaro, Joseph Ford, Chris Campson, Jace Crowder. Great job. Amaro, Newport, Gene Goldstein, Santos Bellini, Juan Bellini, Alejandro Nunes Estrada. They're moving on to the finals of the 2025 Pedro Morrison Memorial. Check us out at 4:30 today. Audi against Sevy Line. I'm Dale Schwetz. I speak for everyone here at CTV Sports. I want to say thank you for making us the leaders in polo broadcasting. Always remember here at CTV Sports, especially on Halloween, we love the polo.